Esta es la imagen cinematográfica más antigua de la que se tiene conocimiento, basada en una obra de William Shakespeare. Se trata de King John, filmada en Londres en septiembre de 1899. Es tempranamente que la obra del dramaturgo comenzó a permear las nuevas manifestaciones artísticas.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
King John es solo un ejemplo de las casi 20 películas que contempla el programa Shakespeare on Film, curado por el British Council y el British Film Institute, para conmemorar 4 siglos de la muerte del autor de Romeo y Julieta.
I think the penetration of Shakespeare in cinema is actually a very obvious thing. It's nothing to do with the language, actually. It's more to do with the themes. The themes of Shakespeare, we all know they are incredibly universal. They suit their stories about passion or romance or envy or conflict or love or, they're all of those things. And that suits any number of different stories. I mean, really significantly for Shakespeare on film. And I think the reason why Shakespeare has been used as the kind of base material for so many films, not just British films, not just films in the English language, but films internationally, is that he picks on subjects that are universal. They apply to everybody, whether you're here in privileged London, or you're in a refugee camp somewhere, or the wilds of nowhere with no internet connection.
Pero entender a Shakespeare, adaptarlo a la pantalla grande, redimensionar el drama humano a través de la luz, ha tenido varias etapas.
One of the interesting things that's been great about putting together this tour, which is something like 18 films going to over 100 countries, has been trying to really find a way of representing the different ways that different filmmakers from different periods have taken Shakespeare and put him onto screen. Obviously there are some in the early days, the kind of Laurence Olivier Hamlet, some of the early Henry V, a little bit of King Lear, people who have essentially filmed theatre. Very similar, you use a very traditional text. People are dressed in the clothes that you would assume a Shakespearean text would be dressed in. There's a fairly conventional, you might as well be in a theatre. Obviously, you have the advantage of close-up, of cutaways, of some editing which can heighten tension or illuminate a particular action, but you are essentially filming theatre.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes.
Pero la adaptación de Shakespeare al séptimo arte ha evolucionado tanto en interpretaciones actorales como en el mismo tratamiento de la imagen.
We've got those, but we've also gone right through to filmmakers like Derek Jarman or Peter Greenaway, people who have really taken the spirit of Shakespeare and the text and then turned it upside down, had a real play with it. So for example, Peter Greenaway's version of The Tempest, Prospero's books, is an extraordinary, electrifying rereading of that classic text, definitely using the nuance, the basis of the play, but bringing something really different to bear on it so that it comes to life for a new generation.
Is rank.
Though all the earth overwhelm them to men's eyes.
A este programa también han contribuido instituciones como el National Theatre, con producciones como Hamlet bajo la dirección de Sam Mendes, o el Manchester Royal Exchange, con su versión interpretada por la actriz Maxine Peake.
And then in the middle, you've got people films like Throne of Blood or All Night Long, films which have really tried to take the base text and then put it into a contemporary story, highlighting certain characters, highlighting certain actions, again for a contemporary at the time audience. So I think we've got a really wonderful snapshot of what you can do when you use Shakespeare as a basis for your film adaptation.